So continuing on page 110, the first thing from the 108, let's make sure we close the payments file, double check it's saved, and we're going to close payments. This is on Access110, so I'm still on the R2G5 file. We're going to select the Database Tools tab this time. And then we're going to create relationships, and this is how the different files will interact with each other, and so if any data changes, it'll change throughout your relationship setup. So I'm going to so I hit relationships, and then I'm hitting show table. I'm going to double click customers, double click sales, double click trips, and you can move this box if you need to make sure it's grabbing them. And finally, payments that we just made. And then we're going to close this dialog box. You can also select add, but double clicking serves as the same thing. So I'm going to come over here and click customer's number and drag it to the same field in sales. So I'm going to click customer, I'm going to hold down the mouse, and as I drag it over sales, or excuse me, customer number in sales, you'll see this plus sign come up. You'll have the not symbol, but once I get over customer number, I can let it go here. Then you should get this pop-up. When you get this pop-up, you want to click Enforced Referential Integrity. And then we're going to select Create. And what it does is it creates a link between these tables. So the customer number here matches the customer number in sales. Next, I'm going to click the trips number in the trips one and drag it to trips number in sales. So I'm kind of going backwards, and you should see the plus come up again. So I just drag it over the top of that. And we're going to enforce integrity again. Then select create. Next, we're going back to sales, and we're going to select the sales number and drag it to sales number in the payments. So I'm dragging it over here, and you'll see it over the sales number. And again, enforce integrity. And I'm going to select create. Then we're going to drag this one down so we can just out of the way so we can see that it connects. From here, we're still in the tools report. We can select this relationship report, and we should get this. And of course, the instructions say to print, but we're just going to, this is our screenshot point. So before I screenshot, I'm going to just come back to my checklist here, and this is page 110. I'm going to copy that into my list here. So I have, and then I'm going to come back to Access, and I'm in my relationships report. I'm going to hit print screen, come back to my document, then paste. And again, yours will paste cleanly. I'm just the dual monitors is grabbing pictures of both monitors. And then I can see that your relationships were built correctly on page 110. So double check your save. And we're just going to accept that name. And then we can close. And I'm going to close relationships.